The honourable member for St. John's.
Miigwech, Madam Speaker. Jana Williams, a beautiful young woman and a mother to 2 young girls and pregnant with her 3rd, Madam Speaker, was found murdered last week. Let me confirm for the House that Jana is loved by her family. Her family is absolutely devastated. Jana deserves to be honoured. Jana deserves justice, Madam Speaker. Will the minister, after nearly 2 years, finally prioritize the implementation of the recommendations of the National Inquiry's final report?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Madam Speaker, let me begin by saying that Manitobans are devastated by the loss of this woman. We know that there was a vigil that was recently held and that it was well attended. We know that there's an investigation underway right now, and we are all waiting expectantly for the results of that investigation because we want someone to be held accountable for the loss of life of this woman.
The honourable member for St. John's on a supplementary question.
Miigwech, Madam Speaker, and yet we haven't heard a peep from any single member of the PC caucus in respect of condolences to the families. We didn't see them there at the vigil. We know that nobody's reached out to the family. That's shameful, Madam Speaker. And here we are 2 years after the National Inquiry's calls to justice, and we've seen no action from this government. Why? Why have we not seen any action from this government? Because they simply don't care, Madam Speaker. What we know is that the budget for the Family Information Liaison Office has been discontinued, and I table our FIPA confirming that these funds, which are critical for engagements of families, have been discontinued. Why is the Pallister government not prioritizing MMIWG to us?
The Honourable First Minister.
Congratulate the member on attending the vigil the other night, and I know that she spoke well in the TV clip I saw, and I appreciate her efforts in that respect, but I think it's shameless political behavior to try to cast aspersions at people who weren't at the vigil along with her and the few dozen people who were there. I admire her effort in respect of this, but I don't think it's right to try to score political points using the death of a Manitoban as a lever.
The honourable member for St. John's on a final supplementary.
Madam Speaker, I'm not trying to score political points. I'm simply
Order. Order.
Answer a question sometime.
Order. The honourable member for St. John's.
The Minister of Justice is yelling at members over here on the opposite side, saying that it's disgraceful. Madam Speaker, I'm simply pointing out that not one single member of the PC caucus has reached out to the family or has even posted on Twitter, which they are so apt to do when it's Orange Shirt Day, condolences to the family. It is indicative that they just don't give a crap about Indigenous women and girls in this province.
Order. I think the member probably knows full well that the language she was using is unparliamentary in the House, and I'm going to ask her to withdraw that statement. The honourable member for St. John's.
I will not.
I'm going to ask the member again in this House. That was unparliamentary language. Most times when people are asked to withdraw unparliamentary language, it is something that they are most willing to do. Sometimes we get caught up in the passion of something. I'm going to give the member another chance to withdraw those comments and conclude her question. The honourable member for St. John's.
There's a slaughter of Indigenous women, and I will not withdraw my comments.
I will give the member one more chance out of courtesy to give some further important thought to that, and ask the member one more time if she would be willing to withdraw her unparliamentary comment. The Honourable Member for St. John's.
I will not.
Member has been given 3 chances to withdraw her comments. And I have requested, directed, instructed the member to do that. I have no alternative now to name the member for St. John's, the Honourable Member for St. John's, pursuant to our rules for... Oh, I have no alternative but to name Nahanni Fontaine, the Honourable Member for St. John's, pursuant to our rules for disregarding the authority of the Chair, and to direct that she withdraw from the Chamber for the remainder of this sitting day. I will now proceed with oral questions, and there was a question had been posed to the Premier, and I will allow him the opportunity now to respond.
Unfortunate, Madam Speaker, because these are issues we should all be unified behind. Right. We've been working diligently, and I think with the support of the opposition in respect of pursuing the goals of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. We've been pursuing diligently the recommendations of the Missing and Murdered Women's inquiry. We've been working to uplift the lives of Indigenous women, Indigenous people through treaty land entitlement settlements and building Freedom Road and advancing property rights and health initiatives and homeless initiatives and addiction initiatives as a government that were never before invested in. And it is not appropriate for the member who knew these problems existed for years while she was working with the previous administration to try to score points by attacking a government that is addressing the issues that were not addressed as well by the previous government. Madam Speaker, I would just simply say that and say it's unfortunate. I respect the member's passion, but I do not respect her excessive partisanship and blame placing.